You ran the timeline, you hit every deadline, you called the lender, you followed up with the title, and on day 36, the deal falls apart. Your buyer walked, or the lender pulled the loans, or the appraisal came in low and the seller refused to budge. Or worst of all, you have no idea exactly what happened. This is the part of the business nobody warns you about. Most new agents lose their first deal and they never know exactly why. They blame the buyer, they blame the lender, they blame the market, and they go on to lose the next one exactly the same way. Not you, not after this video. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to walk you through the 5 reasons deals fall apart in real estate and exactly what you need to do as an agent to prevent this from day one. By the end of this, you will know exactly what to watch out for and when to step in and how to save the deal that other agents loses. If you haven't watched episode 3, the full transaction week by week, go back and watch it because you can prevent the deal killing if you don't know where they live on the calendar. So let's go. Here's the truth nobody tells you on YouTube. Here's the truth that roughly 1 in 6 pending real estate transactions fall apart before the closing. That is 16%, almost 1 in every 5. And the number gets worse for new agents because the new agent doesn't see the warning signs in time. And the number gets worse for new agent because the new agent don't see the warning signs in time. They don't know what week they're looking like. They don't know what to say when the appraisal comes in low. They don't know which conditions from the underwriters are routine and which one means the deal's in trouble. Every deal costs you. The commission you didn't earn, the hours you didn't get back, and the clients wonder if you knew exactly what you were doing. And the referrals you lose because of one bad experience. Here's what's coming. 5 reasons in order of how often they kill deals. And most common first. If you do not wait for the problem to find you, you find the problem. So let's get started right now. Number 1, by far the most common one is financing. The buyer was pre-approved and they got an accepted offer. They went under contract and then somewhere between week 1 to closing date, their loan died. What happened? 3 reasons most often the buyer needs a financial change. New credit card, car loan, co-signed for a friend, job change, anything that touches the debt to income ratio reopens a loan file. Underwriter says no. Number 2, the bank statement shows large unsourced deposit. The bank flags it. The buyer can't document where the money came from. The loan stalls. Number 3, the buyer wasn't really qualified to begin with. The pre-approval was thin, the loan officer rushed it, underwriting caught what the pre-approval missed. Here's how you prevent it. At week 1, in writing, you'll give your buyer the rule. No credit cards, no car loans, no changes, no big purchases, and no moving money between accounts. You send it in an email and you have to get a replied confirmation. At week 1, you also call the loan officer directly. You ask them 1 question. If the buyer was fully underwritten or just pre-approved. The underwritten means a real underwriter looks at the file before the offer went out. This is a gold standard if the answer is just pre-approved. You tell your buyer to push for underwriter before you make an offer. That 1 phone call saves more deal than anything else that you could do and help you stand out on offers. Most buyers sends pre-approval, you're sending an underwriter approval. Number 2, the appraisal comes in low. The lender sends the appraisal reports a value below the contract price. The lender will only fund the loan to the lower of the 2 numbers. Now, somebody has to make the difference and the deal is at risk. This used to be a rare in hot markets. It was almost never an issue. Today, with prices having moved sideways or softer in many markets, appraisal gaps are real again. Here's how you prevent it before it happens. Pull comps before the offer goes out. If your buyer wants to offer $15,000 over asking, you need to know whether the comps actually support that number, and if they don't, your buyer needs to know that they may have to bring cash to the closing if the appraisal comes in low. Some buyer will sign an appraisal gap clause. They agree to bring up to a certain amount of the cash if the appraisal is low. If your buyer is willing to do, you put it in writing and in the offer. If it makes the offer stand stronger and it removes the future surprises. If the appraisal comes in low anyways, you have 5 plays. Renegotiate the price down, bring buyer extra cash, split the difference between the buyer and the seller, or challenge the appraisal and get a better comp. You don't panic, you walk your buyer through each option calmly. You have a plan. If you are working in New York, appraisal gaps in Westchester and New York City are common right now. Always discuss appraisal scenario with your buyer before you write an offer, not after. Number 3, inspection issue kills the deal. Inspection reports comes in. It looks bad. The buyer panics. The seller refuses to negotiate. Both sides dig in. 2 weeks later, your buyer walks. This is a preventable in almost every scenario. Here's the trap. Newer agents forward the entire full-page inspection report to the listing agent and ask for everything to be fixed. Or they just make a phone call or send a text message. The seller looks at it and gets defensive and say no to all of them. Now you're poisoned. Now you have poisoned the negotiation. The fix is where we covered in episode 3. Pull the report into 3 buckets: cosmetic, maintenance, real concerns like roof, HOVs, electric, plumbing, and safeties. You only negotiate from the 3rd bucket. You also have to manage your buyer emotions. Newer buyers see 50 items, think the house is falling apart. Your job is to sit there with them and explain. Every resale home has 50 items and an inspection report, and they all do. The inspector has to do their job. Remember, they're getting paid for this. Most of them are normal. Here are the ones that actually matter. A calm and informed buyer who makes a clear and conscious repair request leads to a deal that passes inspection before issues. And same as the timeline video, watch the due diligence deadline as a hawk. Inside of it, your buyer can walk with earnest money. Outside of it, the money is at risk. Calendar is 3. Put it in your calendar in 3 places. Number 4, the title issues resurface later and there isn't enough time to fix it. The title company finds something: an old lien from a previous owner that was never released, an unpaid HOA balance, an easement that affects the property, a judgment against the seller, a missing error on a prior deal. Now, the title problems are not rare. The title company exists exactly for this reason. The issue is timing. If the title companies order the search in week 3 and find something serious in week 4, there may be time to clear it before closing. Now, you're rescheduling everything, you're losing the buyer's rate locks, or the seller has to come up with money to clear a lien that didn't know it existed. Push the title company to order the search early. And I always do that with my team, especially on a complicated deal, which we know might have issues. Day 1, the same day that you send the contract, don't let them wait 2 weeks to start. Then call the title process in week 2, ask a question: have you found anything that we need to address? If the answer is yes, you have time to fix it. If the answer is no, great, you are confirming the file is moving. If there's an HOA, order the estoppel letter the day you go under contract in Fort Mill or Tigakay, anywhere within HOA. The letter takes about 5 to 10 days. Don't be the agent who realizes on day 33 that you forgot to order one. If you're working in New York, co-op transfers adds a whole second layer. The board package, the interview, the board approval. None of that is in titles and in the traditional sense, but all of it can blow up the same day. Treat the board package as a title from timing purposes. Number 5, the buyer just gets cold feet. This is an emotional that nothing's wrong with the deal. The appraisal came in fine, the inspection was clear, the title was clear, and the buyer woke up on day 30 and says, I don't want to do this anymore. This is more common than people think, especially with first-time home buyers. The pressure builds up, they start reading articles, AI, and online, and a friend tells them that the market is crashing, it's gonna crash. They read the newsletter or spoke to the president, and the parent says they should wait, and they start rewriting the whole offer. This is a job in week 1 and week 3, preventable and communication. It's all in communication when you sit down with the buyer. You book a 30 minutes call with them with your buyer on week 2. Not to deliver bad news, not to just ask for documents or just to check in. How you are feeling about the house. What's coming up that you have questions about? What are you most nervous about? You let them talk. Newer agents skip this. They think no news is good news, and this isn't. Silence is where doubt grows. You also send a Sunday night email every single week, 3 sentences. We are on the timeline and what's happening this week and what to expect. Calm the buyer, inform the buyer who knows you're on top of it. That buyer doesn't get cold feet because you didn't leave room for it. Now, 5 reasons the deal falls apart: financing, appraisals, inspections, titles, and cold feet. Now, you don't control all of them, but you can dramatically reduce the odds of every single one by knowing whether They live on the timelines, watch them from the warning signs, and step in before it ever happens or the crisis ever happens. Agents who lose deals, they react. Agents who close deals, they prevent them. You do not wait for the problems to find you. You find the problem. This is the difference between an agent who closes deals and an agent who loses them. Now, these are the 5 reasons to stop them. Hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. You don't want to miss the next episode in the series where we go in deep on the agent's role on offers to close. Newer agents, every new agents training or seasoned agents trainings every single week. Subscribe now and get ready for closing more deals. Drop a comment below which of these 5 also killed a deal for you, or which one you most weren't worried about. I read every comment and I respond. The comment section is where the next video gets written. And if you want to have the blueprint and mentorship to guarantee you win, join our teams here at EXP. I'd love to help you out. My information is below to book a free consultation, no obligation, no pressure, just to know how we do our business and how we can help you close more deals. See you on the next one.